안녕하세요 여러분.
안녕.
Today we're gonna talk about how we met at the first time because many people want to know about our love story. So we're gonna talk about that today.
That makes me nervous.
Actually, it's our first time like we look at camera like this and talk.
I
Right?
talk about it, yeah.
Anyway,
I'm
let's
shy.
shy. Super shy. Super shy. 야, 너 원래 같이 하자고.
shy!
Anyway, let's start. 네, 때는 바야흐로 저의 대학교 막학기 시절로 돌아갑니다. 이제 제 영상을 다 보신 분들 아시겠지만 저는 외대를 나왔는데요. 외대생 중에는 외국어를 잘하는 친구들이 진짜 많아요. 그 중에서 영어를 잘하는 친구들이 진짜 많은데 그때 저는 학생 때부터 이런 시험을 위한 공부만 해왔어서 영어 점수는 항상 1, 2등급이 나오던 학생이었는데 스피킹을 진짜 한마디도 못했어요. 뭔가 영어로 말해야 하는 상황이 오면은 항상 문법이 틀리면 어떡하지? 막 이 상황에서 이 단어를 쓰는 게 맞나? 이런 생각이 먼저 드니까 자신감이 진짜 없어서 거의 한마디도 못 내뱉던 시절이 있었거든요. 항상 영어 앞에서만 서면 제 자신이 너무 작아지더라고요. 근데 제가 이제 졸업할 쯤이 되니까 그래도 외대생인데 이렇게 영어를 한마디도 못하는 상태에서 졸업을 하는 건 말이 안 된다 이런 생각이 갑자기 딱 드는 거예요. 그래서 졸업 전에 영어 스피킹을 조진다 이런 마음으로 막 이것저것 알아보다가 외국인이랑 서로 매칭을 시켜주는 언어 교환 어플을 알게 됐어요. 그래서 바로 그날 어플을 깔고 영어 학습자로 등록을 했습니다.
For me, I didn't want to waste my COVID because I had a lot of free time at that time because I was in school and I was working, but my work kind of stopped. So I didn't want to waste all that time and I figured I would learn a language. And I was like, okay, I'll try to learn Korean because I like K-pop, I like K-dramas, and I heard that the Korean alphabet is easy to learn. And as I'm learning, I had a friend that recommended me a language learning app that would connect me to real speakers, so people from Korea. I downloaded the app and I think me and her, we registered like on the same day, right?
So like that application random matched us
Together.
yeah, because he's Korean learner and I was English learner, right? So we always say this so like amazing like how we met, right?
Yeah.
We just from the language exchange
Yeah.
app and at the same day, same time.
Yeah. Like I cannot believe like how lucky I got. Really, like. See? I can't believe how lucky I am. It's amazing. Like I am the luckiest man in this universe.
Okay.
Because just one
Okay. Okay.
one time.
No. So from that day we start to chat each other.
Just as friends too.
Yeah, but like I have far more foreigners I talk with, and then he's too, right? But he's the only one I just keep want to talk together because he's interested in so many topics that I'm interested in. For example, like Asia history, culture.
Yeah.
Especially he's really know well about Korea and China stuff, and then my major was Chinese diplomacy and just diplomacy. So like every day we just talk about everything, like what I'm studying. I ask him, oh, do you know this? And he's like, blah 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 blah
What was this
blah.
story? That one.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know.
So like I was really interested in him, and then he was really interested in me. Right?
I wasn't interested in her romantically in the beginning, and you weren't interested in me.
Not at all, because he was in America and I was in Korea. So
Yeah.
like, how we gonna meet?
Yeah.
It's so far. Yeah. So like we chatted for 2 months, but we start to say like, hey, like we doing this for our language skill, but only chat is no point. Like,
Yeah.
how about let's have a video chat so we can really talk to each other.
Yeah.
And at the time, he usually sent me link about some movie
Music or
music.
movie.
Yeah. So we say, oh, then how about watch that stuff together? So we start to watch together and then
Well,
sharing.
When I first met her, she was like, hi, I'm Zoe. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. He was wearing a kitty headphone and then I was so shy because it's my first time me actually talk with foreigners, and at that time I still have no confidence about my English skill.
Mm-hmm.
So like I kind of like hide myself to the camera and say, oh hi,
And I'm
nice
sitting
to
there
meet
going,
you. Yeah, I thought you were weird at the first time.
that was weird.
So anyway, we talked like that for almost 5 months,
Mm-hmm.
and then we started to get interested into each other.
Like that would be the highlight of my week.
Mhm.
Like after work and school.
One day when we planned to watch movie together, and then he wanna ask me something,
Mm-hmm.
and then you say,
So where are we going? I was kind of nervous to ask that, but I was working out at the time.
he suddenly asked that question, and then but I was like, if I say yes to that, but what's the difference between us? Because you are still in America, I mean Korea, and it was like COVID. So how we gonna meet? Maybe like for future when I visit US or when you visit Korea. So I asked him like, oh, if I say yes, what's the difference? Eric say, if you like me too, then I can plan to go to Korea.
If you like me, then that would, I'll definitely go.
They kind of like
Give me confidence.
give me confidence, and then I said like, oh, then give me some times to think about it. So I keep thinking about it during 1 week.
Mhm.
Like when I go to school, come back from the school, I keep thinking about it, and then I kind of think, oh, maybe like if he's nearby me,
Mhm.
I would like him. But it's just because he's in America that makes me consider.
Mhm.
After that, he really came to Korea.
Yeah.
Like during COVID, even if he had to do 1 week quarantine,
I had to do 1 week quarantine.
yeah,
So
and
7 days.
he was suffering in the hotel. Like to be honest, at first I can't trust him because we just meet on the phone,
Yeah.
and then how can I trust him? But I kind of think if he's a scammer, he will not come here to see me and go through all that quarantine, and flight ticket, and I'm not that worthy to him. So I kind of start to trust him after that. So we met after his 1 week quarantine, and
Immediately flew to Jeju.
I go to pick him up in front of the hotel, and then we both see each other, and then we just hug each other, right? But it was just like
The same.
it was him on the
Yeah.
phone.
Yeah, like there was no difference. Like the same chemistry we had on the phone was just transferred to real life.
Yeah. So we just fly to the Jeju Island together. So we spend time together there. I start to really love him. From when we first met on the phone, the only thing we can do was just talking.
Mhm.
And during our long distance too, like we can only talk. But that because of that, like the only thing we can do is talking. But we still go so well, and I still love you so much, and I still interested in you, like. So that kind of made me feel like, oh, maybe I can marry this guy because we are just so happy to talk to each other. Like we don't have anything special. Just you and me sit there, talk, blah blah blah.
Until it's 5 a.m. and we have to get up at 9.
Really, like sometimes we have to sleep early, but like we start to talk and then it just never ending. So it's like 5 a.m. So we are like, oh shit. 그래서 얘기가 길어졌는데 저희의 첫 만남은 바로 어플이었습니다. 제 영상에 그동안 언어 공부를 어떻게 했는지에 대해 물어보시는 분들도 꽤 많았는데요. 저는 외국어 공부에 있어서 가장 중요한 거는 실제 외국인이랑 얘기를 해보는 거라고 생각을 하거든요. 제가 외국어를 배우는 목적이 결국은 외국인이랑 소통을 하기 위해서잖아요. 그래서 저는 이거 언어 교환 어플을 사용한 후로 진짜 언어 실력이 많이 늘었어요. 그래서 에리카 제가 만났던 그때 그 어플은 아니지만 외국어 공부에 도움이 될 만한 그런 어플을 소개해드릴 수 있는 기회가 생겨서 여러분들에게 소개를 해드리려고 합니다. 바로 커넥팅이라는 소셜 대화 플랫폼인데요. 상대방의 나이, 성별, 지역, 관심사를 설정을 해놓으면 랜덤으로 매칭이 돼서 대화할 수 있는 어플입니다. 제가 이 어플을 2달 전에 소개를 받고 그동안 계속 사용을 해봤는데요. 한국뿐만이 아니라 일본, 미국, 싱가포르, 말레이시아, 대만, 홍콩 이렇게 다른 국가 사람들과 국제 통화를 할 수가 있어서 해당 언어권 사람들이랑 실제로 토킹을 해보고 싶은 분들한테 되게 부담 없이 할 수 있는 그런 어플인 것 같아요. 제가 한번 실제로 하는 모습을 보여드릴게요. 이렇게 나이를 선택을 하고 이렇게 대만을 설정을 하고 你好
你好，你是韩国人吗？
我是韩国人
哦，那你会讲中文呢？
我会讲中文我是中文系的
好厉害
啊
我
谢谢
第一次韩国人，
是吗
我的韩文不太好啊。
但是你会说一点点吗
对，
跟我联系一下
我有点紧张。
没事，我们就在这个通话里面。你为什么开始学韩文
因为那个我喜欢，我真的很喜欢韩国文化，
什么之类的文化
韩剧啊，K-pop。
那你最喜欢的 K-pop 是谁？
从很久以前就喜欢
什么
Twice，Twice，
Twice 不好意思 Twice 我喜欢 Twice
我可以延长吗？
延长可以呀
就是首都嘛。
对首都然后你要去其他的
Wow, and it was cool. What do you guys talk about?
We talk about just she likes Twice so she want to come to Korea
How's it going?
I'm good how are you?
I'm doing pretty good, thanks for asking. So where are you from?
I'm from Korea. Where are you from?
California, from the United States.
Oh, California? I've been to California.
Oh, for what?
Actually, my husband lives in California, so I'm gonna move there soon.
So are you guys doing long distance?
Oh yeah, we married last July, but I'm still waiting for my green card, so we're still doing long distance.
Okay, that makes sense. I've actually done long distance before as well.
Oh really? Where? What country?
The United Kingdom.
Wow. It is how long it takes from California to UK?
The time that I visited, it was about 15 hours. I had to take 2 different flights.
Oh my god. Wow. It was hard, right?
Yeah, it was hard.
Yeah.
Many things about long distance relationships tend to be difficult.
Oh, I know. Like, what do you think the most difficult thing about long distance?
I think it's finding time and putting aside time for your partner, especially when you have family, you have work, you have other friends that you have to tend to as well that require your attention. What do you think is the hardest?
I agree with you too, and plus, I wanna have real dates, but I can't. We can just only talk on the phone.
Oh yeah, that's got to be one of the most heartbreaking things when you can't touch the person
Yeah,
that you
like
love so much. How did you and your husband meet?
we met on language exchange app, and we talked on that app for like 4 or 5 months. And then actually, my husband came to Korea to see me.
Oh wow, what a gangster!
He's gangster.
That's my kind of guy, man.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm good.
Where are you from?
I'm from Korea.
Oh, okay. I'm from America.
Oh, that's cool. Do you know anything about Korea?
I know a few things, the food, of course, like bulgogi and everything. We have that over here in America. It's pretty good.
Oh, you like that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
But I also really like K-pop and everything.
Oh, K-pop? What group you like?
I like a few groups like, you know, Mamamoo, Dreamcatcher, I like Red Velvet, I even like older groups like Girls' Generation,
Wow.
EXO, yeah.
You know a lot, wow. You know even more than me.
I'm actually surprised that I know more than you because I would think, you know, that like since you're from Korea, that you know a lot more, but I understand.
Yeah, you know, K-pop is for foreigners.
Right, no,
Yeah.
I get you.
So like,
With,
what's your favorite group?
my favorite group has to be Twice though.
Oh, Twice. Which song is your favorite song of Twice?
Of course, you know, like Twice has like a really big discography, so it's kind of hard to choose sometimes. But if I had to nail it down, I would say Talk That Talk.
Talk that talk.
Yeah.
I forgot how to sing.
It goes, tell me what you want.
Tell me what you do. 이렇게 처음에는 7분간 대화를 할 수가 있고 만약에 상대랑 좀 대화 코드가 잘 맞는다? 이러면은 이 다이아몬드를 써서 7분 연장 또는 10분 연장 이렇게 시간도 늘릴 수가 있고요. 또 나중에 대화가 끝나고 서로 뭔가 마음에 든다 싶으면은 채팅을 할 수도 있고 이런 기능들이 되게 많은 어플이어서 진짜 외국인이랑 대화를 해보고 싶다 하시는 분들은 한번 해보시면 좋을 것 같아요. 사실 이런 어플 할 때 뭔가 이상한 사람들 있을까봐 걱정이 되잖아요. 사실 에릭이랑 했었던 어플에서는 이상한 변태들이 좀 있었거든요. 이 커넥팅 어플은 앱 안에서 실시간 신고하는 시스템이 있어서 상대방이 나를 불쾌하게 했다 이렇게 신고를 하면은 담당자분들이 바로 처리를 해주시고요. 또 만약에 대화를 하다가 내가 마음에 안 들면은 그냥 바로 끊어버리면 되거든요. 나는 진짜 그 언어권 사람들이랑 실제로 대화를 해보고 싶다 하시는 분들은 한번 해보시면은 되게 도움이 많이 되실 것 같아요. 저는 이제 영어 같은 경우는 에릭이랑 맨날 얘기를 하니까 이제 괜찮은데 중국어는 계속 안 쓰면 까먹더라고요. 그래서 저는 이거 커넥팅으로 시간 날 때마다 대만 사람들이랑 중국어로 이렇게 얘기를 하고 있고요. 여러분 저희 영상을 너무 사랑해주셔서 감사합니다. 저희 진짜 매일매일 너무 행복하게 지내고 있어요. 또 재밌는 영상으로 찾아오겠습니다. 안녕.
안녕, 감사합니다.
안녕하세요 여러분. 우리 이사님
안녕하세요.
뭐라고?
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요 여러분.
안녕.
아니 안녕하세요.
소희. 안녕하세요, 여러분. 안녕하세요, 여러분. 우리는 진짜 뚱뚱해. 우리 뚱뚱해. 진짜 뚱뚱해. 나는 좀.
다시
소희를 진짜 예뻐.
다시.
안녕하세요, 여러분. 우리는 후원을